doing a quick sound check. What a glorious day.
We're at the malt house today.
And we've got Paddy, as you can hear. We got sound.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing, testing.
Yep.
Yes, we've got sound. So, good morning, everybody. What a beautiful day. I know that a lot of people are wilting, and this sort of heat doesn't suit everybody, but I love it. I can't tell you how good it makes me feel. And being able to paint out in my garden, I mean, it's pretty hot and sweaty. I have sweat dripping off my nose, and then it goes into my eyes. I need to get a sweatband in. Do you reckon I get a sweatband from?
Just make one.
No, it's so easy for you to say. I haven't got any things like that here. So, but yes, it drips off the end of my nose and goes in my eyes, and I have to go in and sort of, you know, take the makeup off and start again, as it were. But it's just so joyous. I absolutely love it. I have got into the habit now of leaving all the windows closed and all the blinds down and the curtains shut, so that at least it's keeping the worst of the heat out as far as sleeping at night is concerned. But yes, just fabulous. I think we've got quite a few more days of it as well, so that's just joyous. It's been a good week. I have been minding my own business and playing pretty in the garden, doing a little bit of deadheading and walking around with a watering can and just generally trying to push the rock up the hill as well between times by doing painting and uploading and downloading and all these other things that one has to do when one's in business. And I'm very aware that it's been the tennis and that people are on holiday, so it's quiet and there's nothing much I can do about that. So I'm just keeping myself busy in the meanwhile and hoping that everything starts to get back to normal again soon. But we're up at the malt house today. For those of you who've been watching for the last few weeks and been watching me doing the painting of my sister's shelving unit, which she's been patiently waiting for now for probably over a year, I haven't done anything more to it. I won't do anything more until we're next at the shop, at the home rather, and then I'll show you the next stage. So anybody who's actually wanting to see how that turns out, I'll do the next stage when we're at home. But we thought we'd come up here today because the coffee's nice and we can sit outside and the geraniums are beautiful. And if you haven't been to the malt house, it's definitely worth a trip. 2 floors, lots of wonderful things to see. The cafe's wonderful. They're closed on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, but plenty of parking, and you can sit outside as well at the moment, which is just great. So, without further ado, I've decided to do some...
Julie said, good morning.
Oh,
Very
morning,
summery.
Jules. Morning, morning, morning. Yes, Virginia's got a dress on today as well. Wow. You know, rare thing, but hey. But she decides to stay on that side of the camera so we can't see how pretty she looks. Can we? Making a face at me now. So, yeah, I've decided to do some slashing of some prices. And when I say slash, I mean slash. Basically, because I need to make room, I've decided to bring the paint cabinet downstairs. Partly because I think a lot of people maybe struggle with stairs, and obviously this is on the ground floor, so it makes it a lot more sensible to have the paint down here. So it means I'm going to have to get rid of some of the bigger pieces of furniture, and for some reason the bigger pieces of furniture at the moment have been slow to go. So we're going to, you know, basically slash those prices, get them gone, bring the paint cabinet down here, and then start again. So Nick and I will be here on Monday, doing that huge task. There's a lot of tins of paint to bring down and a heavy cabinet, but it's got to be done. So, I don't know, Ginger, do you want to turn the camera around and I'll show you what we're going to reduce?
Oops.
There we go. So,
Wait while I just turn the microphone around.
lime on like that to cool himself down, bless him.
There we go.
So the paint cabinet, we've measured it and it will fit in this height. We'll have to take the pediment off the top, but that's okay. So the paint cabinet will go basically here in the middle. So this big old cabinet here has to go. I'm very surprised this one hasn't gone because it is ancient and it is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it would be wonderful in somebody's hallway. But it's currently on for £3.50. Let's go half price on that. I will put a marker pen and put 50% off, before I leave this morning. But if somebody's wanting a really big cabinet, it's no good me taking it home. I haven't got anywhere to put it. I don't want to have to pay for storage, and I don't want to have to carry it upstairs here because it's too big and heavy. So let's just say that'd be 50% off. I've got this great big old beautiful beam. Have you got a spare hand, just to, which I'll just sort of pull out just to show you. It came off an old Dutch barge, and it's a pitch pine corbel. You have to try and imagine it upside down, because obviously that would be on the ceiling and that would be on the wall. So imagine it up the other way. And with this one, it's hashtag find another. I've got it on for $395, but let's go half price on that one as well, just because it's very difficult to display it here. But for anybody that wants to use it in their barn conversion or anywhere where they want to add a bit of interest, if you had a studio or something like that, you might be interested to know that we've had the back adapted. This actually lifts off. This plate then screws onto the wall, giving it nice even coverage, and this then clips back on, and this holds them in place. So it doesn't actually have to be on a really heavy wall, because it's beautifully now been adapted to fit on the wall. I had the lovely Neil Hakes came and sorted that out for us. So that's ready to hang, and we'll go half price on that. I will mark it on the label. Nora Batty. I love Nora Batty. That's not her name. Her name is actually Rosa Bolton, but she's not sold. I don't know why. I think she's got the most kindly face. She reminds me of a sort of a school matron, or you know, a nurse or something like that. I think she's rather lovely, but for some reason she's never sold. I think she'd look just amazing somewhere in somebody's house. I'm going to reduce her. She was on for $275. She's been reduced to $195. Let's reduce her down to £95. I mean, she's lovely, so let's do that. And then I've got these two farmhouse tables. Now these surprised me. These are proper little, this one particularly is a little scrub farmhouse table with a drawer on the end. I mean, just lovely. And we'll reduce that one. We'll go half price on that, because they definitely need to have the space. And that's currently on for $370, so we'll do 50% off on that one as well. And this one, which hasn't got a drawer in it, but it's a good wide solid table, and it's only on for $250. Nice solid farmhouse table. Let's go half price on that.
Sally Woods is saying, hello, I have lots of new bits if you want to pop to me anytime soon.
Thank you, Sally. Yes, I will, I do, and I are. I'll get organised and come and see you, Sally. Going to Dursley Car Boot tomorrow, Sally, in case you're interested, and I'm going to be selling. So for the first time, instead of going up there and buying, I'm actually going to be selling out of the back of the van. Lots of bits and pieces, some of the bits and pieces of smaller furniture that I have at home, and I will be up there selling, and Nick will be there selling, and my little niece is going to be on my stand selling her stuff, and Ginger will come up, and Paddy will be there because he loves the back of my van. So it should be a bit of a fun morning. I'm going to get up there early. So the gilded Rococo style Ottoman stool, which I love, but for some reason it hasn't gone. I'm going to do 50% off that as well. It was on for $195. So we'll do 50% off that one as well. I'm in a 50% off sort of mood. This is one that I painted a long time ago. It was sold to a wonderful gentleman in Wotton-under-edge, who very sadly passed away. He was such a wonderful character, and he had a lovely lamp on this in his beautiful apartment. And when he passed, his daughter got in touch and said, would I like to buy it back, which I did. And so we now have this one for sale. That's on for $155. Let's say we'll do it for $100. It's a really solid, very nicely painted, even though I say so myself.
Sarah's saying Pippa is very excited.
Is she? I'm so pleased. I'm looking forward to having that. I think Pippa, my little great niece, is a little bit of an entrepreneur in the making, isn't she? And she's selling some of the stuff that she has made from her new birthday resin kit, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to seeing her and having that there. These aren't being reduced because I've only just put these on. These are a set of 3 vintage painted tables with crackled tops. They're only on for $68.95 for the 3, and I put these onto my site, Instagram and Facebook, before I'd actually put the gold on. I wasn't going to do gold on them, and then I thought I'm just going to do the gold on, which just lifts them. So on my site they don't have gold on, but here in real life they do. And it's 3 very solid, very useful nest tables, and they just pull out. They're not the ones that sort of slot into each other, which I always find slightly annoying. I think we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. I'll just pull it out so you can see it again. Really, really nice, so solid. I stand on this when I need to reach something to put things on the wall. £35, painted little box, makes a nice little toy box, or a craft box, or a knitting box, or put your wool in, or whatever. This one is new up here. This is one for 135. It's a vintage wooden anvil, solid pine, just a bit different. And if you have it down by the side of your sofa, it makes a great little table for putting your coffee on, your glass of wine. And this, which was previously a watering can, you can see it had the spout there and a little hole for putting the water in, but it's now since rusted, and you can see there's a hole in the bottom here. But does that mean that it's defunct? No, I think it looks fabulous because it is rusty, and I would just fill it with some soil and put a little variegated ivy in that, and goodness me, it's only £9.95. I mean, really, even if you don't do anything with it, just have it in the garden. It's lovely. We all know how Ginger and I love ducks. This one I thought was lovely, £14.95, a wooden duck dish with a lid. Don't know what you keep in it, I don't know, maybe small eggs or something in the kitchen, or bits and pieces, thimbles, who knows. And then we've got this little table here, table and chair set. Come here, Pads, good boy. Good morning.
Tracy's saying, good morning, ladies.
Morning, Tracy.
On sunny Wotton-under-edge.
Yes, sunny everywhere.
Tracy and James.
Yes, morning, morning, morning. Isn't it marvellous? I'm loving it. So this little children's bistro set, £55. I mean, goodness me, it's £55. It's as cheap as chips. And how lovely to have that in the garden rather than a horrible plastic one. And the kids will love it. And you can put it next to Mummy and Daddy's big proper bistro set, and I think they'll be very chuffed. So somebody needs to come and buy that. I put this one on this week. I don't know if anybody's actually, I don't think we've shown anybody this one before, but this is a coat rack. Beautifully made. I met the guy who made it, a little old boy. He makes walking sticks as well, and he was charming, absolutely charming, and it's on for £28.95. I think that would look really nice in the utility room, and if you don't hang your coats on it, dog leads or horses leading ropes or something. It's just really, really lovely. So the other thing that I put on, which you may not have seen, it's on my site but you haven't seen them up here, are these two £35 for the pair. They're basically a school of fish. I'm guessing that they're probably sort of mackerel really, because they've been burnished, and you've got this lovely sort of bluey grey colours that pick up the light. So they're a nice little thing, and you just literally put 2 little pins in like I have here and hang them over the top.
Pammy's saying, lovely coat hanger thingy.
Isn't it lovely? Yes, morning Pammy. It is. It's absolutely gorgeous. Little dinky mirror here. It's not beveled glass, but it's only £22.95, and I just think that's really cute. Lovely bit of floral sort of top knot on the top of it. And then this one, which is hiding away here, I've had this a little while, but how lovely is this? Also made by a lovely guy in Wotton-under-edge, and I just think, you know, as a rustic tray or something for putting your plant pots in, or to use in the greenhouse, who knows. It's on for £26.95. So that's pretty much it down here.
Pam is saying, how are you two beauties? Very
How
well,
are
thank
we?
you.
We are all right, thank you, Pammy. We are bearing up under the enormous strain of life.
How are you?
Yes, we're fine, thank you, Pammy. We're just getting on with it, and can't deny it's not easy out there. But the sun is shining, and when the sun is shining, who cares? Mm-hmm. What's the worst that can happen? If I suddenly have to go to prison for whatever reason, I'll do an ology, and I'll learn something new. So why not? I just don't care anymore. There's no point worrying about it, is there? This is lovely, £12.95. Don't know what you do with it. Just love it. Hang it somewhere. Just a bit of something different, but for £12.95, it's a little bit different, and I love it. So, shall we go and have a wander upstairs? Do you want me to hold him whilst we go upstairs?
That's all right.
Sure? Which way should we go?
Simon Meadows, happy Friday, Fee and Ginny.
Morning, Symes. Glad that you're there, my darling. We need to get down on that beach sometime soon and go and have a day off. That would be nice. So we'll just have a quick wander as we find the stairs to go and have a look at what's upstairs. God, I can smell the scones cooking, can't you? The cheese scones here are just magnificent and very difficult to resist. But I have been trying to be good because I needed to be. So they officially open at 10, but if you get here a bit earlier and the doors are open, they don't seem to mind, they let me in. They close at 5, but on a Sunday they close at 4. Now, I'll sprint ahead and I'll just go and turn the music off. It's just on the stand off there. Jolly warm up here. Honestly, in the winter it's freezing up here and in the summer it's boiling. So this is the paint cabinet. This is my task with Nick this week, to move this downstairs, which is a job and a half, I have to say. But for a lot of people who can't manage the stairs, it restricts them getting the paint. And as we all know, the paint is just the best paint. If I could drink it, I would. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt me. It's just amazing. I've been doing so much painting in the garden this week and it's been absolutely brilliant, and I've bought up new stock this morning, so that will be completely filled and ready for people to come in and get their stocks. So that's my next job this week, to do that. Here are some of the things that I've been painting over the last couple of weeks. I've sort of been doing a bit of different styling. I've sort of been taking things that are repro, bright brown, shiny sort of wood, not my thing at all, but if they have a bit of a nice shape to them, I've just been having a go at sort of adding a lot of age to make them look as if they've been around for hundreds of years, with lots of layers of paint and detailing. And I have to say, I've really enjoyed doing it. It's quite labour intensive. I love this table, for example. I think that's so pretty. Love those feet, and I hope that other people like them too. I just find that these sorts of individual tripod-y type tables are so useful. And this is a really nice little console table, and it's got 2 drawers in it, so that's always very useful. This I thought was a really pretty little table. It's got the base platform as well. So yeah, I've enjoyed doing these, and we'll continue to do more of those. This one is very old. I just love this. This is a much smoother paint, but you can see it's ancient, and that's on for 225. French ebonite serpentine console table. I just love that. Very stylish.
Pammy's saying beautiful tables, Fifi.
Thank you, Pammy. Thank you, thank you. It's all down to your wonderful paint. And for those people that maybe haven't followed us or don't realise, Pammy, who's making the comments, was the founder of the wonderful Frenchic paint. I think you founded it about 10 and a half years or so ago. And God knows what we'd all be doing if we hadn't got the Frenchic paint, to be honest. It's just the best stuff. So thanks, Pammy.
Pammy's saying perfect for hallways and bedsides.
Yes, these are, absolutely. And just and these little ones, you know, just having them down by the sofa. If Grandma comes to stay, you can shove it down by her seat and put her glass of sherry on it, and it's all very sort of lovely. It's all very in keeping. So this big old cabinet here, I think people tend to think that this one is mainly for display, but it is for sale. It was on for $385. I can't sort of, you know, keep these things forever and ever and ever. So let's do 50% off on that one as well. I know it sounds all a bit drastic, but you know, you need to keep things moving, and I haven't got anywhere to put this at home. I love all the crackle glazing on this. I did it with the sort of the chippy style, and you know, somebody might have a use for it somewhere, who knows. So I'll come up and put a red line through that, say 50% off. If you like pigs, I think this is a particularly fun one. It's done by a listed artist, Catherine Walker. It's on for £110, and it's big and bold and signed and lovely, and you know, he's got the most amazing blue eyes. So
Sarah's saying crazy discount.
I know, it's crazy. I am a bit crazy. I think I've been affected by the sun. These are cute. The £1.95, these dear little bottles, and these I think are fabulous, the little tiny posies. So if you've got a single rose, or you know, if you have 3 of them together and you put a different flower in each of them, just 1 flower in each, they really do look lovely. And I've got 20 of these dotted around, so there's some in this area here. This I thought was lovely. Do you remember when we were kids, Ginger's dad used to bring over the Guernsey pots in copper? Well, this is a Guernsey pot done in EPNS, sterling silver, and what a dear little thing. It's a 1/4 pint, it's a cream jug, and beautifully made. Signed at the bottom, EPNS. Just really pretty, and that is on for £16.95. I mean, you know, it's just marvellous. This is something, sometimes I do laugh at the things that I like, but this I think is because it reminded me of my grandma, little granny, and this is on for £32.95. It's a Capo di Monte centrepiece bowl, but there's just something pretty about it, and I thought it could be on a dressing table, and you could put bits of jewellery or stuff in there if you needed to just drop them and know that they were safe for the next day. But I just thought it was pretty, so I bought it, as one does. I have a weird taste, don't I, Ginge?
You do.
So this chest of drawers over here, this one needs to go as well. It always looks like it's not closed properly, but you kind of need to lift this one up and push it in. That one is on for £179.95. Don't know what I'll reduce that one to. I just need to check my code book and see, but I will do a reduction on that one as well, just because this is good value. This is a frame with glass in it and the gold slip, so all it needs now is your picture. I've painted it and it's on for £42.95. Now if you think how expensive it is to get pictures framed, £42.95 for the glass, the slip and the frame is a bargain. So if somebody's got a picture they want to get framed, then come in and have a look at that one. Now I feel like I'm rambling, so is there anything else? Just to remind everybody that if you happen to be near Dursley tomorrow and you want to come in and have a laugh, then it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, the Dursley, I call it the flea market. It's not really a flea market, it's a car boot, but a few more dealers going up there, and as I say, we'll be up there tomorrow with the back of our van open and see what occurs. So that's it, unless you can think of anything I've missed.
No, I think you covered it all.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Really, really appreciate you. Do come and support, share, like, follow, all those other things, and we'll see you next Friday, probably from home, so we can carry on doing the little cabinet that we were painting, but we'll see. Lots of love.
Bye for now.
Bye.